Hi, this is Dana and Tim with hashtag CDC Whistleblower, and I'm going to talk very soft because I have a bit of a cold, and listening to a few of these back, it became obvious that I need to keep my voice in one place or it's incredibly annoying. So Tim, say hi to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
This is going to be Trends and CDC Whistleblower Trends and Tips number 14 for Throwback Thursday, which is something that at Tanner's dad Tim has done for years and years and years. But why don't you take us, Tim, through some of the things that have shifted the way you tweet over the years that have made you more successful? Like, what are a few of the things you've done over the years that have really increased your retweet and impressions on things? What have you done?
I think one of the critical things about Twitter is its real-time relevance. And so that if you are looking at an article, is it something that somebody else would want to read, and is it something that's current, that is news today? So much of the news is edited, filtered, and biased away from content that a new parent or a parent today of a special needs child would want to see. And so then I look at the things I want to see, and those are what I rebroadcast. But then I also interact with people too. And so, like, Throwback Thursday is a chance to go back and dig through your archives and snap a picture of something that was before we had our cameras, and then put it up there and say a little bit of a story about it and involve your family story back in the real-time discussion about a vaccine-injured child.
And again, I don't want people to get confused when they see at Tanner's dad thread, because he doesn't do all of the things that we are wanting people to do to optimize your tweet for both the CDC whistleblower thread quality and its retweet, the odds that it's going to be retweeted. He's been doing this for almost 7 years and needs to continue doing it the way that works for him. So it isn't necessarily going to contain all of the 5 things, which, can you just go over those 5 things real quick, Tanner, that each perfect tweet would have?
A perfect tweet in the realm of CDC whistleblower would be, first of all, having the hashtag CDC whistleblower. When it comes to a hashtag, capitalization doesn't matter. The hashtag pretty much covers that. So no matter how you put CDC whistleblower in there, it'll come out in the wash and people will find it.
But wait right there, Tim. I'm just going to clarify that no matter whether it has capitalization or not, it ends up in the same cyber file. But when you're initiating a new hashtag that has multiple words strung together, if you don't vary it with any capitalization, it just becomes a blur to them and it doesn't pop off the page, but will still end up in the same cyber file. Continue.
Correct. And then, so then next we would like to see some sort of reportable, reproducible, educational link that is included. We have provided hundreds and hundreds of them in the tinyurl.com/ and the current event. And then we would like to see some sort of visual graphic that kind of pulls everything together. And then the last 2 are things that can be done to enhance and move the tweet a little bit farther. And that is finding somebody with a couple million followers and interact with them, so such as at APLUSK, which is Ashton Kutcher, and he tweets and interacts with people. So if you hit the right time when he's on there, you can actually interact with Ashton Kutcher. And so then the next thing would be a call to action, which can be as simple as Dana says, what do you say? PLZRT, which is please retweet.
Right. Which is just, it takes fewer characters and people definitely recognize it as a please retweet. And when I was doing a little bit of research, they said that the number 1 call to action that results in a retweet is just please retweet. It's that simple. It causes more retweets than anything else. How do you find people that are online? Do you just have people that you look, or how do you figure that out?
Uh, Basically, over the 6.5 years that I've been on Twitter, I've created my own cyber file of people that are active tweeters. And so I can go to the top of my timeline and I can see if Rosie is tweeting, if Oprah is tweeting. I can see that real time. Now, there is a website called wefollow.com where you can put in soccer players, and it'll give you the top tweeters that tweet about soccer. So if that's a subject that's relevant tonight, like tonight we have the People's Choice Award, people can go in and they can see what they're talking about and what people are interacting. Almost every television show, every news show will invite you to use their hashtag. And so that would be the secondary hashtag beyond CDC whistleblower, Be1 Less, that you may want to include in your tweet just so that it moves into somebody else's realm of discussion.
So I'm trying to, like, if we go to news, or what's a hashtag that I could type in here that could demonstrate what you're talking about to show who's online? Like, what can I type in the search bar for We Follow? Anything?
I mean, you're mixing a few things up there. WeFollow.com would be the website. So if you put in news anchors, that would be kind of get you a list of the news anchors that are the best on Twitter.
So like Rusty Garrett, Catherine White, Florida Guevara, those people? And then
and so they give you a ranking of how those people are doing, and maybe some people you would want to interact with. But a better one would be like celebrities or sports.
Celebrity.
Like football, NFL players.
And how do they get the ranking? What does the ranking demonstrate?
How interactive and how on topic they are. So like if you put in Ellen DeGeneres, you would see that she comes up as 100 under celebrity and 98 under TV, and then you would see the people that are most likely to interact and get her attention. So again, we've talked about that before, is tweeting to a couple people, then they think there's a conversation going on, and let's say you tweet to Ellen and Oprah at the same time, Oprah thinks Ellen's talking and Ellen thinks Oprah's talking, and then they're more likely to interact with you.
Oh, that's a good idea. So if you choose some of these high-profile people, you choose two that are friends with each other, you put both of their handles in the tweet, and it could make them think that there's already a conversation going on that they just haven't jumped into yet.
And again, that's the best way to find who to tweet to is if you think you want to tweet to Oprah, maybe watch for a little bit and see when she's online, and then that's when you would tweet. When somebody's actually alive on Twitter, that's when you want to talk to them.
Okay, so if I'm at Oprah right now, and it said 4 minutes ago, Michelle, and then 4 minutes, but these are just people that have tagged Oprah. That's not her engaging, correct?
Yeah, you really want to find the moment when that celebrity is online and actually talking to people.
Okay, who would you target right now? It's almost 8 p.m. California time. Is there anybody that you think of at that particular time that, like, who might be someone who's online right now that we could look for? You think of anyone?
I'll just flip through my lead on my iPad, and I can tell you who's online right now. And again, I have the advantage in the fact that I've followed the people that are good on Twitter for 6.5 years. So my timeline has them built in.
So it sounds like we can use our timelines as a tool if we just target following a few key people with a lot of followers. Then we could start to have our timeline be a really good tool as well.
Right. If you follow Oprah The Ellen Show, A Plus, a few of those other ones, then the front of your timeline will tell you when somebody's online.
What do you mean the front of? Like, show me where I am right now, where it would show me.
Well, I get to the beginning point of my timeline where I'm looking at tweets that are happening 7 seconds ago, 6 seconds ago, and
Okay. So we might need a few more tutorials on that. So let's just finish up with saying uh, another tool for some people to target, I think, is going to the, here's again, we're at the timeline. It looks just beautiful. I mean, I just look at it and it's just rock solid in the visuals that are going out. There's not a ton of repetition. Probably at least half of the tweets are completely ideal. So we're really looking good there. Now we can go to simpler, which is tinyurl.com. Buy a bra. We'll tell that story one day. And we're low on tweet numbers today, but at Tanner's dad was working today, so that's part of that. So you go there and then you just hit the Get Analytics and it updates it for just today. So we're having one of our lowest days, but we knew that was going to come the week after New Year's Eve because everybody was tired, everybody was returning stuff, everybody's getting back in the swing of things. And in the next few days, it'll start going back up. And then we're not going to be able to predict how quickly we're going to get to that billion because a few big, huge, humongous tweets could just send that happening, right? Tim, you had said that it's going to be really hard to predict as we get closer.
Everybody has a number that would jump out at them, and it could be 700 million, 800 million, 900 million, and all of a sudden somebody wakes up and says, this is actually going to happen. They're going to reach a billion. I would like to join that conversation. I don't comprehend going past 500 million and somebody not jumping in. So to me, it's already way past where, people have said that they have a contract that says they can't tweet, and I'd like to see the contract that says, oh, you can't tweet about a vaccine-injured child. What is holding you? Show me the contract where it says that you can not help a sick child.
Right. And so these big tweeters that we have, he got a little bit too much and I was pretty much out of it. Aspie's mom is just one of our huge tweeters that is just doing a phenomenal job. So she's not necessarily someone to target in your tweets because she's already getting it done. Finn, this one is already being targeted really well for tweets. With Carolyn, the books by Tara, we could probably target a little more, I think, because early on that was huge numbers. Candace, one of our big tweeters, the real Despo, he tweets us a couple times a day. So any other advice? We could probably get to 700 million tomorrow, Tim,
right.
if we just pushed.
So right now, looking at my timeline, Donnie Wahlberg is online, and he just tweeted, ladies, is the wedding dress more important than the rings on your wedding day or not? Truth, answer at Donnie Loves Jenny. So he's giving you a hashtag number Donnie Loves Jenny, and he's asking a question. So at that point, he's online right now 1 minute ago, and he's asked a question, and so then that gives you the chance to interact with Donnie Wahlberg. And so that's just one example of somebody that has 661,000 followers, and he's asked a question to interact with you.
Okay, so it sounds to me like if people have a bunch of people that they're following that have not been big retweeters for them, they could probably clean house of those people and start following some of these big numbers so that they can track it in their feed and then watch their feed and begin to interact with these people who are online in real time. Is that a good summary of what you're saying?
Absolutely, yes, that was a good summary.
And that's your main strategy, is that You do your own tweeting, but then you do your own interacting based on who's online at the time. So we'll probably try to come up with some lists of some people, or where can we find big lists of people with big numbers? Is there like a big Twitter score in the sky for just who has the biggest following? Or how does that work? Like, how can is there a Twitter by number? Like, this person has 1 billion, and how can you?
That's what the We Follow does for you. It kind of tells you a little bit of background, how they're using it, and those that come out in the category you're looking at the moment. It could be basketball players. It could be anything. It'll tell you the most prolific Twitter users in that category.
So, like, I just put in health, and Andrew Weil would probably be someone who would tweet something for us. So this isn't without value, this health one right here. Mercola, oh my God, I have to go. He emailed me. I have to get back with him. He'll probably give us a couple tweets a day. So there's probably some in here. Shape Magazine isn't too far off. And this is probably pay dirt right here. I just put in health, and this is what I got. So I think everyone could spend a little time, listen to this video, add some people to your follow thread, subtract some people from your follow thread, and start to try to interact with people in real time. And I think that's probably a really good idea. Anything else that you want to guide people as far as how the thread itself looks? And if we cut out, it means my battery died. That's trouble, so we should end quickly. But the thread's looking fantastic as far as it goes right to that. Too funny. Anything else you want to tell them about the thread?
I'll just finish with my tweet back to Donnie Wahlberg. I did his hashtag Donnie loves Jenny. Just remember, treat her well. CDC whistleblower, you can tweet it. tinyurl.com break 1 billion 1, which doesn't cross any lines. And then
did you just tweet that? Did you just tweet that?
Yes, I'm just hitting tweet now.
Okay, so I'll refresh. Okay, where are you? God, I'm lost here. Hi, Tanner. I don't know why it's not showing up. Okay, I'm going to go back to @Tanner's Dad. I hope my battery doesn't die, because then I'll have to plug in before I can close this out. I don't see it. You hit send?
Yep.
I don't see it in your thread. That's so weird. Maybe other people say it. Okay, well, anyway, you get the idea. That's a great tip. I never understood that one. Thank you to everybody. Great health. Throwback Thursday, so bring some of those old memes back.
The hashtag for Throwback Thursday is number TBT. So that's very, very short and can be used in your Twitter. And so you've got that reaching out to different people along with the CDC whistleblower and Be One Less.
Cool. And were you seeing my thread the whole time, or what were you seeing?
Yes, I saw the visual.
Okay, perfect. Love you guys. See you on Twitter.
Prayers for all.